They told me this was a peace summit. That word, peace, always sounded heavier in space than it ever did on Earth. Too many wars. Too many misunderstandings. Too many species that didn't even share the same definition of mercy. And now, I was here, a human diplomat, sent alone to negotiate with one of the most powerful alien civilizations in the sector, the Arcanthe Empire. Their capital ship was nothing like anything I had ever seen. Not metal, not stone. Something alive in design. Moving structures. Shifting light. As if the entire place was breathing. They escorted me into the summit chamber. It was massive. Circular. Surrounded by representatives of dozens of species. All watching. Waiting. Judging. And at the center of it all her. Queen Lissa. She didn't sit like the others. She didn't need to. She stood slightly above them all on a raised platform. Her presence alone bending the atmosphere. White gold armor wrapped around her like liquid authority. Eyes sharp enough to cut through lies before they were spoken. No one spoke when I entered. That was the first warning. I took my place at the human delegation table. And waited. The meeting began formally. Arguments. Claims. Counterclaims. Old tensions resurfacing like wounds that never healed. I spoke when needed. Carefully. Measured. Trying to do what I was sent here for. Prevent war. Then it happened. A shift. Subtle at first. The queen raised her hand. Silence fell instantly. Every species obeyed without question. Then she stood. Her eyes moved across the room and stopped on me. Just me. The air felt heavier. Enough, she said calmly. No one argued. Then she spoke again. Leave us. There was confusion. Murmurs. Even fear. A council member tried to protest. But one glance from her silenced him. Within moments, the chamber emptied. Doors sealed behind the last delegate. And then, click, a sound echoed through the hall. Locking mechanisms activating. I looked around sharply. Your Majesty, what is this? She stepped down from the platform slowly. Each step deliberate, controlled, until she stood only a few feet away from me. Then she spoke softly. Now, it is just you and me. I felt my pulse rise. That wasn't part of the agreement. Her expression didn't change. No. She looked at the sealed doors. I ended the agreement. A pause. Then she added something that made my stomach tighten. Because they were listening too much and understanding too little. I took a careful step forward. Then why am I still here? That's when she tilted her head slightly, studying me, like I was a problem she had been calculating for a long time. Because humans are strange, she said. You come here speaking of peace, but your eyes carry preparation for war. I didn't respond. She circled me slowly now, not threatening, measuring. You smile, she continued. When others expect fear, you offer compromise, but never surrender. She stopped behind me, close enough that I could feel her presence. And yet, she whispered, you are not like the others in this room. That made me turn slightly. What do you mean? She stepped in front of me again. Now her voice lowered. No one else here is wondering if I will betray them. A pause. Her gaze locked on mine. You are. Silence. She was right. I had been thinking it since I entered the chamber. Not out of arrogance. Out of survival. Then she surprised me again. She smiled. Barely. But real. Good, she said softly. Then you are not foolish. I frowned. Is this a test? She walked past me toward the center of the chamber. No, she replied. This is honesty. Then she turned back, and everything in her expression shifted. Less queen. More something else. Something real. I did not lock the door to threaten you, she said. I locked it because the truth between our species cannot be spoken in front of them. My voice lowered. And what truth is that? She held my gaze. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then finally, that peace is not what they are negotiating. My stomach tightened. She stepped closer again. Slow. Intentional. They are negotiating control, she said. Influence. Territory. Survival. Her eyes narrowed slightly. But you, she added, you are negotiating something else. I didn't speak. She already knew. She leaned in just slightly, not aggressive, but close enough that her words felt like they were meant only for me. Tell me, she whispered, do you believe peace is possible between our kinds? That question wasn't diplomatic. It was personal. I chose my words carefully. I believe peace is a choice, I said, and choices can be made or refused. Something flickered in her eyes, approval or understanding. Then she straightened, and the queen returned. Then we are already closer than I expected, she said. A pause. Then she walked back toward the doors and pressed her hand against the seal. It unlocked. Slowly, the chamber began to reopen. Before stepping out, she turned once more and said something that stayed with me longer than anything else that day. Human diplomat. Yes. Her gaze softened slightly. Next time I lock a door with you inside. She paused, then added quietly, it will not be for negotiation. And then she left, leaving me alone in a room full of silent history and a peace treaty that had just become something far more dangerous than war.